This is WT for TST, and this evening I'm honoured to be joined by Jordan, the Wanderer Reynolds. How are you doing, mate? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm just chilling out, mate. I've had my dinner, relaxing now, mate. I've not been out under manners like you today. So so I'm all
Yeah,
good.
no, I've cooked the Sunday roast, mate. I've been definite honours. Right, before I start, what I was going to do there, I was going to try and do something that I probably would have failed, so I'm just going to do it now because I love this. Oh, music.
That's the status quo version, though, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. That
Yeah.
what good knowledge. That is status quo version. Yeah, no, I love that, mate. I think it's spot on. Right, sorry, we'll get down to business. First time on TST. What we like to do is go back through your childhood, your upbringing, what it was like for you growing up, really. So you all started for you in Luton, correct?
Yeah, Luton, mate. Really, to be honest, it's more of a normal estate, a normal story with most boxers. A lot of us have been brought up rough and tough. I feel like sometimes you need that if you're brought up on the easy road, you ain't got that hunger and that dog in you, and you need to have that dog in you, especially when times get hard. So yeah, born and raised in Luton on the estates, where I'm from, you kind of got to know how to look after yourself. And my dad's got five brothers, so they always drilled in to like. I was brought up on like Lenny McLean and Roy Shaw and Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson's from my town, and my family are good friends with his family, so I've always been like with that, like, old school mentality. But yeah, like from there, from having that in me to seeing things, a lot of stuff went wrong in my home life, and I was quite angry and frustrated kid. So I was very energetic. So I was always getting like into trouble, bringing police to the door, and I was never I was never like a school kid. Do you know what I mean? I could never sit in a classroom for too long. So I was into a lot of trouble, and I was just I was doing what normal lads do, really, to be honest, mate. Probably a bit worse. I like to be the centre of attention, and I was always the first person to do things, and that never really helped, to be honest. But I could say it started when a boxer come in, Graham L. He done a bit of pads with me, and I was like, oh, I like this. Do you know what I mean? And then he went away and that, and I was still getting in trouble, and police at the door, and I thought, I thought, where I want to go to? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was getting a bit too much. Like, my mum was suffering. We couldn't even school like afford school dinners. And this is why I'm quite big on like the government is saying, talking about we're taking school dinners away from the kids. Listen, growing up, my mum had no money for my school dinners, and like I used to hate, but she had so much pride. She would go, like, she would suffer to give me the money, so we're not the on the list where I get school dinners. And I thought, so what I was doing, I would get the 2 or 3 quid which I was earning. Like, my mum would give me for school dinner, which was not enough anyway. I'd get that, and then I'd go to farm foods, and then I'd buy like a pound packet of Lucozades and like 10, you get 10 on there, and sweets and things like that. Then I'll go sit there at school, and then I'd make about 15, 20 quid, and I'd go and pay them for myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always hustled, and like I knew I had to be the man of the house early anyway. Otherwise, just like things weren't right. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been there to provide, and I had to kind of mature and be a man early. Do you know what I mean? I had to have that. I had to have a good head on my shoulders early to get through. And when I was seeing things, I thought, I don't want a normal life. I don't want my life. It's just, I don't want to like. I was just want to get away. Do you know what I mean? So I ended up going to that gym, and yeah, I was in the gym. The trainer saw a bit of talent in me, and he just put me in the gym. He let me work there while I was at school, and I was still in trouble when I was going to the gym to hide out. And then he kind of, yeah, things caught on. And then he said, look, then I got kicked out of school, and where he got me a job, there I was working 4 to 8. So like literally, I'd finish school and I'd run home and run there, be there for 4, and then finish like 8 or 9 or something. And then he said, like, listen, he said, like, you're a nice kid. He said, you're hungry. You got a long way to go, but he said, look, he said, I want to take you in. Do you know what I mean? 10 in the morning to 10 at night. I was about 16, 17. I thought, fucking hell, like, that's my childhood. Do you know what I mean? But I loved it down there. Like, I can honestly say, like, I was a angry, frustrated, insecure kid, man. Like I could never have, like, I couldn't even speak to anyone. Do you know what I mean? I really couldn't. Like, I really couldn't. And being in the gym, like, I did learn my craft. I was learning my boxing, but it kind of molded me. It gave me the discipline and how to treat others, how to speak to others, and I was always around men, and I just felt like kind of I grew up in the gym. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though I started boxing late at 16, but I was just there like this all the time, and just from the banner to learning the morals and everything, and then from there my everything started changing. Do you know what I mean? I started getting out of trouble, and I started getting into trouble, and I thought I want to box for Stevenage. Had 2 fights, then they entered me in the national championships, boxing kids, 60, 70 fights. So I only had 2 fights. I was nervous as anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought, fucking hell, like, everyone's all showing their medical cards up. And I was just like, oh, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, everyone's getting medical. I was like, medical? I don't know what I was doing. But I boxed about 5 or 6 times, went to the national finals. I beat some good kids in a way, England reps. So, like, I remember boxing a southpaw, and I didn't even know it was a southpaw. Like, man, it was mental. But like, it's crazy, man. I had a good first season. Got to the final of the ABAs and the nationals. Lost to the world number 2 by about 7 or 8 points. I was just a rough, raw, strong kid. Like, I was so relentless. And then from then on, I saw the West Ham boys compete, Repton, and I thought, I need to go down there. That's the place to be. They had like 6 or 7 lads in the final, and I thought, get myself down there. But I could, like, once again, I couldn't really afford it. Do you know what I mean? I'm still young here, about 17 at this point. And I was like, Mum, and I was like, look, I said, I want to go to West Ham. She's like, no, you ain't going there. Blah, blah, blah. It's dangerous. I'm like, listen, I said, I'm going to box. I said, I've been in worse situations. You know what I mean? And she's like, all right. She said, all right, how much you need? I was like, look, I said, I don't know. I said, look, I sell my PlayStation, which was big back in the day,
Yeah, it's a big move, mate.
Yeah, man. I was like, fuck this. I said, I sell my PlayStation, sell my clothes, and Mum sold some of her jewelry, and I'd like 300 quid, which don't last long. I mean, you think it will, but it lasts about a month or 2 months on train fares. And I remember going to West Ham, and like the first day there was so hard. It was a Saturday morning, I remember, but it was so old school. Mickey May, legend in the game, and he took a real liking to me. And then on that Saturday, he said, come back on the Monday. And after being there a few months, I won my first British national title, become a national champion, and then I was just winning. I won everything. Do you know what I mean? I was either getting to the final or winning it. I was still kind of getting into a little bit of trouble. And I thought I need to like put everything in. Do you know what I mean? It's all or nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's all or nothing for me. So a family seen like I was young. And they're like, well, this kid's coming from Luton. It's taking me an hour and a half, 2 hours on the train. He's like, they're like, I was always asking, are you all right? I looked like a tramp, man. I had no clothes. You know what I mean? Like, I was scruffy. Do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Just talking. They were lovely. They were. And he said, do you know if you can come stay with us? So the trainer must have said something. And I was like, nah. I was like, I can't. I was like, I think I don't even know you. Do you know what I mean? But they had a boy there, they had a son there. And I was like, yeah. I was like, do you know what? I thought I'll come up. I said, I thought I'll come and I thought I'll come up and see what it's like. Well, man, come on there. It was a sunny day. It was a beautiful day. And I was like, it was in Rayleigh, Essex, a lovely area. And I was like, this is like a holiday to me. I was like
a country manor.
Yeah, mate. Like, she lives in a massive house, man. And then she was I could leave my car doors open overnight. It was just, oh, this is nothing like where I'm from. Do you know what I mean? So I went there, and then someone gave me a job in the gym who owned a butcher's in Essex. So I was working like, it was kind of like I was earning my money, but it was kind of sponsoring me a bit extra. So like I would, like 5 in the morning to 11 or something like that, and then I would go train. But as time went on, things started changing, and like I ended up working that job 2 in the morning till fucking 10. Everyone was getting sacked because I was learning everyone's jobs. So I thought, fucking hell, man. I was like, I'm working so many hours, like 2 to 11 or something in the morning, and then I would nap for a couple of hours. Then I would go to West Ham to 4 or 5 o'clock, and I won't get home till 10 o'clock. And then then the time I go to sleep in that, I'm back up, and I've done it for a year or so. And then Mickey May passed away, and I was still doing it, and my head just went, mate. Like I just not breaking down. I was driving to work 2 in the morning. I just thought, I know, man. Like my training's passed away. It's not the same down there. I'm here for no reason. I thought I'm going to turn pro, and I'm about 18, 19 at this point. So I moved back home. Got a job at the airport. I started going down to West Ham from home for a bit with Mark Tibbs, Jimmy Tibbs, going to turn pro with Warren, training alongside Billy Joe Saunders and stuff. And I still didn't feel ready. I had about 45 amateur fights. I only lost like 4 or 5. And I thought, I spoke to Billy. I said, what gym was you at? Do you know what I mean? I said, I want to box, I didn't really know nothing about it. I just knew about the nationals and that. Do you know what I mean? He said, I boxed for England and gone to the Olympic team and things. I thought, cool. Everyone always told me I would never, because my style's always been pro, they always told me that I'd never make the England team or anything like that. So I thought, do you know what? I want to go to Hoddesdon, which is closer to where I live, and try out. See, do you know what I mean? So I done my first year as a senior, got to the quarterfinals of senior days, got a big cut. I was in the quarters. Should have won it really, but I lost in the quarters, and I thought, all right, regroup, bang out. Went to Sweden, won the King of the Ring over in Sweden, an international title over in Sweden. Then I went to ABAs again, got to the final, lost the final. I thought, cool. I was like, all right, beat some good lads there. And then I got into the England team. Had about 9, 10, 11 fights for England. Never lost for England. Become England captain. Then I got to the Olympic. Huh?
Stop you there. What's that feel like then? So you're boxing for your country and you're made captain of your country. How does that make you feel?
Mate, it's an honour. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never would have thought that. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially because they have a team vote of coaches who they think they should be captain for the trip and things like that. And I was just like, yeah, man, you feel proud. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Especially if it's your country. Do you know what I mean? You're representing your country.
And then think how you feel, and then think how your mum feels.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And Joe, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I got and even all my supporters back at home, because I got some very loyal, supporters, man, who support me through thick and thin. And yeah, man, when I announced that, my phone was pinging, man. And then when I become England captain, I boxed a lad. Called John Ducky. He was on the GB team, right? And I sparred him. All right. I'm GB. It was last minute. And I was just like, I don't know if we got to better me. I don't know. It was close. It was a spar. Then I got a phone call saying, Ben Wicker's pulled out. Do you want to box John Ducky next week? I was like, yeah. I said, he's Commonwealth champion, whatever. I said, yeah, I'll box him since Scotland as well. And I thought he was sound. Do you know what I mean? I thought he was sound. And then got on with the England team, going down there. And all the lads were going, so did John drop you? And he used to tell everyone that he dropped me 3 times. And I was like, oh, and do you know what? I was like, what? I was raging. Like, I thought he was sweet. Do you know what I mean? I actually thought he was sound. Like, I thought, muggy, that's muggy, man. Like if he did, I would say, I'd be the first one to say, but he didn't make on punch. So I'm going to Scotland now. I think to myself, mate, I ain't fucking losing this. Do you know what I mean? And, it was last minute, and he was a favourite in that. And then, I went out and I beat him, mate. When after I beat him, then I got into the Team GB, and then that was a big win, man. I was just like, do you know what I mean? That was a big win, man. Because I just thought, fucking just karma, mate. Do you know what I mean? And then, then got into the team. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. I think it's fucking weird. It's weird. I don't know why people do that. And then, they've done 4 years with the team. Books around the world, training camps in Kazakhstan, books Belarus, and been everywhere. Been around the world, and really learned my apprenticeship. Olympics. You know what? To be fair, Olympics was never really my goal, but it would have been the icing on the cake. Do you know what I mean? And I won my tournament in November. That I was only all the other middleweights were losing, and I thought I needed to win this tournament, and I'd be going to the first qualifier. And mate, I boxed 5 times in a week, and I beat every single fella, man. Like, beat some class kids, European champion, and some lads who beat some class GB lads in previous middleweight, and I really performed. I won a gold out there, and I was set to go to the qualifiers, and then fucking all this COVID stuff's happening, and then like I weren't agreeing with a few things as well up in GB. So I just thought, you know what, I'm 25 years old. I ain't wasting my time. Do you know what I mean? And I thought pro game's there for me. I've done as much as I can now. Do you know what I mean? And I got to a stage where I wasn't really happy there. So I thought I just want to be happy and crack on with my career. And there's always hurdles after hurdles in my career, mate. But then I've turned pro. Fucking probably the worst time. Probably the most anticipated debut game. It's been going for about 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So which bit, just before we go into that, which bit, what led you to the Mayweather Gym?
Oh, I'll tell you what it was. Do you know what? I've always wanted to do these little trips by myself, you know. Like I went to LA when I got some sponsorship. And it was like a sponsorship for like some people were giving me like £1,000. Like that's you for the year. And to me, I'm like, oh yeah, great. But I thought for that money, I thought I want to go to LA and just go to like Spa, you know, Freddie Roach's gym, the Wild Card gym, and things like that. But I tell you what, it's funny that one. It was random. It was me and Joe Laws. You know Joe Laws, yeah. And it was a random one. We was on England, like we're a bit nutty anyway. Do you know what I mean? And we was up in England. We was up on the England camp. He come like sparring up in England camp, and we were just saying, yeah. I was like, oh, I'd love to go to LA. You know, just to spar and just party and just whatever. You know, it was just random. And he was like, I'll go LA, and I was like, well, I said, do you want to go LA? I don't hardly know him by this point. Do you know what I mean? I said, I'll go. I said, I swear to God. So I'm down south. He's up north. He's gone to the holiday thing, and I went to the other holiday shop. And I want to find, I'm like, I'm actually here, mate. I said, I'm going to book it, mate. If you book it, I'll book it. So we just
click at the same time.
and then we went to Mayweather's, and then there for 2 weeks. And yeah, man, we were just like a bit of a balance camp, you know, a bit of sightseeing, a bit of partying, and a bit of. I was sparring every day. To be fair, I was training every day, but yeah, man, it was class. I love that day. It was, yeah, it was good, man. It's a good experience.
Did you get starstruck when you saw some of them when you're in there? Yeah.
Nah, Joe, I'm not even like that, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt because even like you could be Canelo in front of me now. I was just think, even if I got massive, yeah, I just think he's just a normal geezer, mate. He's just stuck at something and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like I just think, yeah, I don't know. I never really been like that. I just think it's just normal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you mentioned about your pro debut being the longest wait in probably boxing history. When are you ready now? When are you going out?
I'm ready, mate. I was ready. I was supposed to fight on the 18th, and then the plug got pulled on that. So now I have a little hurdle, which will be sorted this week. But yeah, I reckon I'm 95%, 99% sure that it'd be in December. You know, like I could fight next week. Do you know what I mean? But I wanna have a little camp and shred a little bit of weight, and then fight as big as shows in December. Do you know what I mean? So it's worked out better for me. And then, like I said, I'm just signing up with 2 big agencies with Atmosphere and Mass Movement. They're gonna get me all these big little TV slots and things like because especially me, like I need to switch off, and I find it hard to switch off. So I'm always boxing, and less is more. So when I'm not boxing and I've got a few, I can earn a couple of quid. This does me well, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like because I'm like fucking. It's like boxing, mate. You gotta live it. You're doing rehearsals and you got to think, and this. It's just it's mad. It's actually mad. And you meet I meet so many people. I've met so many mad people. Do you know what I mean? Like you never think of to meet. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like it's just I just like to think outside the box. I like to do things a bit differently, and yeah.
No, that's good, mate. So I a bit different this one, but I got brought up on my old boy loves Johnny Cash, yeah, country music, all that kind of stuff.
I love that.
I saw you busking. You can actually sing though, can't you?
No, I can't.
It sounded good. Maybe it's just because it's Johnny Cash. I don't know.
I think, yeah. All you gotta do is a deep voice, but nah, mate. She must have done something to the mic. She must have knew I was not gonna be good. She must have done something to the mic, mate. Because I was like listening to myself. I was like, oh, fuck. But I think I cost her a bit of money because everyone ran off.
Do you like your old music? Do you like that sort of stuff? You like your old music, that sort of stuff?
Mate, it's around me. I got it on 24/7. It keeps me saying like, listen, I love all music, like from 1920s, right, to the jazz and the Gatsby stuff. You know, putting on the like old school 20s to like you said, the country. You know, like from Conway, like love songs like Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, and Tammy Wynette, George Jones, Hank Williams, and then. Do you know what I mean? And you got your Elvises, your Little Richards, your Jerry Lee Lewis, and your Bobby Darrens, and do you know what I mean, mate? I don't know where I get it from, mate. To be fair,
I'm looking forward to all your ring.
listen, mate. Wait, when we can start making it into a show, people, I've got some. Trust me, mate. I'm bringing that back, mate. Like to show me stuff, man, because I've got some great ideas and some like, oh, mate, I can't wait, mate. Honestly, it's gonna be class.
I can imagine, mate. I can imagine. So, you've done some charity work as well in Africa, haven't you? So we're talking about the school dinners earlier. You are just a lovely bloke, really, underneath, aren't you?
I'm just a normal geezer, just trying to make it. Do you know what I mean? That's all I am.
Tell us about Africa.
Well, I was just put a post up on Instagram now, like in a minute. I was just about to put a little thing off I found. I made a little thing that promised myself. I said in about I think it was like 2017 or 16 or something. I thought every year, throughout the year, I want to do as much like on my days off and that. I want to just help out my community and my local, just from the Keach hospices and the cancer, like everything. Like I've done so much in my community and my town. Do you know what I mean? Like I try, and then I thought. So I've been doing that all year, throughout every year, man. Every year, even in London and things like that, helping the homeless and feeding the homeless and whatever I can do. Do you know what I mean? Like if I can help out, I help. And so even going to like people in care homes, because I was in a refuge myself, and so you can relate to people and going into schools and do you know what I mean? Just trying to relate to people. So I've done all that, and then it was 2019, I think, or I might have started this year. I said to myself, like I've I want to keep doing that in my town and things like that because it's my town, it's my fun. But then I thought once a year, I'm just gonna try and go to a different country and just give my all for a week or 2 weeks to just to try help, just to try and give a bit of back of me. Just try. I'm not gonna say I can change people's lives, but I like to see where the money's going as well. Do you know what I mean? Like I ain't the one to go give the TV companies, Virgin, where Virgin Media probably takes 20%, and then the government takes 20%, and then they get left with hardly nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I rather raise the money, and I was going, look, the money's going here, there, and here. Do you know what I mean? Like they need education, they need health and medical centers, and do you know what I mean? The real stuff, because they get into some mad stuff because they're just not educated, and it's a shame. And so yeah, I just thought I want to start just doing that once a year, and I've done Africa, Malawi this year, and I want to go to Philippines next year. Philippines. I actually met someone here, a bird here. She's from somewhere in Asia, and yeah, I was just on about. I said we should do like a big thing there. Like we could like. I don't know. I get all mad. I start thinking all these, outside the boxes, and like you can. I would love to like open up training centers and just like because boxing helps people, man. Like it just keeps you on a mental level. Do you know what I mean? It keeps you on a mental level.
People that say that and have done it in the past. We found for me, and like you said at the start, a lot of boxers have a similar background to you. Had it tough to bring it up to it. So yeah, massive help, mate. So the first time on a program called First. Are we talking about? Or are we moving on?
Yeah, no, it's funny. No, it's bad really because like it's for more publicity really, but she was alright. Do you know what I mean? Like, mate, Joe, what I could actually be honest. I'll be honest. Oh mate, it's just business. Do you know what I mean? And like, yeah, she was lovely to get off. Oh mate, they done me a favour editing that, right? Because I was supposed to go on it 6 weeks before, all right? This is what people don't know. This is funny, right? I was supposed to go on it 6 weeks before, all right? And I was thinking to myself, I hope this bird's not going to be ugly, or I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? I was just thinking about, but then the producer was like, oh, that's the bird you were supposed to be with, you know, and I was like, a nice little blonde little thing she was, and I was like, sound, I was like, sweet, happy days, all right? So I was like, ain't gonna be that bad, and then, so like, I went in there, and I had a cup of tea, and I'm painting a picture in my head, thinking of like of what I want in my head, and to come through the door. Which is a price thing. I don't know why I done it. And she's a good looking girl anyway, but whatever. But I literally, I looked around, and then I went like that, and I looked back, and I went, fuck's sake. Then I went, fuck's sake, on camera. I went, fuck. But I'm so lucky, mate. They've done me a favour editing that, you know. I would have been fucking abused, you know what I mean? But yeah, she was so sound, man. But yeah, she's an attractive girl, but she's not my cup of tea, do you know what I mean? But I couldn't say no, man. Fucking, I was ain't gonna let me. So I mean, I ain't gonna let me. So I mean, she could have been a right mess, and I would have gone, yeah, lovely. I was just fucking.
Right, we'll move on. We'll move on to yesterday and today. So when we were talking before doing this, you were doing your new Sports Direct advert, and you talked to me about your hair, your makeup, and all that, and
yeah, little camper. Yeah, man. Just like I said, like because I've been kind of waiting around for some news and things happening. I've been ticking over training in the mornings or in the evenings, and then just getting into a few agencies. You know, like two of the biggest ones you can ever get in. So they've signed me, and then yeah, they said like come do a commercial advert. You know, be the lead role as well on the Christmas advert. And I was like, yeah, that was sound. And then like, but these are big, these are like I'm with actors and like all different talents, man, like dancers and just mad, just rugby. There's some crazy people, man. You see some Facebook, but do you know what? I'm getting a little bit of a feel of the high life, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm in the wrong game. They put me up in a hotel for 3 days, mate, and like I want to die a bit of a die anyway. I'm eating healthy, but I just delivered. I saw the nice little vagabonds, you know, and I thought to myself, fucking hell, I'll get punched in the head, man. I said, all these would do is just rehearse if you like. I'm thinking, oh no, what we're doing? But yeah, I will never change what I do. But yeah, it's just thinking outside the box, you know. Like I said, it keeps me busy. You know, I'll find it hard to switch off. And when I got time off, I can go do this stuff. And obviously, I don't know if you know, I dance as well. I do the old school 1950s dancing, Lindy Hop Cholson. So I used to go do that to kill some time, but obviously COVID is fucked everyone. So
the future Strictly champion, yeah.
listen, next year, mate, you will see. I'm telling you, mate, don't be surprised, mate, because I wiggle my way in. So
right. So, mate, that's us. We always finish with 3 questions normally from the viewers or the followers. So I'll just look at this here. Tell wants to know, how far can you go in boxing, in your opinion?
How far? I believe I can go all the way. As in, my goal is in like how far can I go to my goal is all the way because I want to be in a position where I can, you know, set my family life up and the future generation up, my family in a great financially place. You know what I mean? They don't have to worry. So I believe I can do that. I believe I can go all the way. When it comes to tolls and that and things like that, I believe that the British level is there. Do you know what I mean? There's a few fighters who've won the tolls. I've beat them 2 or 3 times in the amateurs as it is, and but yeah, I really do believe myself. I'm here to stay. I've had every setback in not just my life, but in my career as well, from injuries and things not gone my way. But I've always overcome them, and I've always found a way to get to where I need to get to and be there. So yeah, like I feel like I'm mentally calloused in my head, and my all these things that happen to me is character building. So there's no reason why I can't succeed and get there. It's just sticking to it and staying at it.
Yeah, cool, mate. Harry wants to know, you seem to have boxed a hell of a lot over various countries. What's the best place you've boxed?
Kazakhstan.
Or your favourite place?
Favorite, mate. It's none of them, mate. The food. Listen, see us English. We got it easy. We got it too easy. We get we get when we're not on our diet, yeah, and we get a bit peckish. We go to the shop and get a bit of chocolate, yeah. That's it. All right. So, all right. You go to Kazakhstan and these other places, mate. They're fucking their sweets is like horse meat and that's all freaks, mate. Like. Do you know what I mean? So they're all like I've been to some mad countries. I wouldn't say like it's just like people think, oh, you're going away. Oh no, what's happened?
It's all right, it's back on.
Yeah, people go, oh, you're going away. Da, da, da. I'm just like, mate, listen, it's not luxury. It's like you stay in not even probably a half-star hotel, all right? You're getting fed bloody horse meat and I'm telling you, and then you're having gym wars every day. But Kazakhstan was up there for me. They're savage, man. I loved it. Like you wrestle to warm up and just all mad stuff. They're just all mad stuff. But I think Kazakhstan and the schooling of Russian boxing, like the school of Russian boxing, the way they teach, I like. And Pete Taylor teaches like that. My trainer, he teaches a lot of that style, which like it's not just your traditional English 1-2 step back. It's, you know what I mean, mix it up a bit. So yeah, I would say Kazakhstan is a naughty country, man.
All right, and then the last question, which you kind of just alluded to without even knowing. The last question is always the same. What are your top 3 chocolate bars? Bueno's got to be there. That's my favourite, and you've just shown me it.
See, I'm a tea man. Do you know what I mean? So I have a cup of tea or coffee, and it's got to be dipped in. So I like. Do you know what my biggest downfall is? Biscuits, man. Fuck, you know. But favorite chocolate bar. What is my favorite chocolate bar? Man, I love them all. We're such a sweet tooth, man. You see me, I'm dangerous, man, because there's not one food I don't like. Do you know what I mean? So like I eat everything. Like I can't name one food I don't like. But I love everything. So, but yeah, it's just got to be fucking. Mate, I can't even say all of them, mate. To be honest, like Dairy Milk, they're different my team, mate. Do you know what I mean?
And that's us. We'll go with Dairy Milk as your number 1. Right. Anything you want to say to the viewers?
Nah, just thanks for everyone for tuning in. I look forward to this channel growing and keep sharing everyone and we'll grow. Do you know what I mean? So I'll keep everyone updated. You know, maybe start next year, get another interview and follow my progress and things like that. Do you know what I mean?
Top man.
Well, fucking legend.
Yeah, good luck in your debut, whenever that may be. Not that you're going to need it, but yeah, good. All right, we'll catch up soon then, mate. Yeah.
Take it easy, bro.
Cheers, pal.